Oh, hi, Tsupai! Welcome back to Let's Play Katawa Shoujo. Man, this has been quite some run of this game. We haven't even got past one girl yet, and we're still on the first girl. Fucking hey. Hopefully it ends soon, because there's other girls that we have to go after as well. And, well, it's been something else. This is titled Bon Voyage, which I assume is the fact because of, our, uh, our, the girl that we're going after is going on a trip. And it's going to be pretty sad. Let's see what happens here. The moment the bell rings out, a collective sigh of relief comes from everyone. Much of the morning has been taken up by a droning lecture on stoichiometry. I don't know what that is. Sorry. A topic entirely benefiting the insufferable heat permitting the classroom. Sorry. Knowing the attempting to teach anything more would be an exercise in futility, Myoto gives up and begins clearing the teaching materials from his desk for the day. As meaningless banter starts filling the classroom, I notice Hanako getting up and coming to my desk. She's been a lot less withdrawn lately, something which gives me a small measure of satisfaction. Hello, Hisao. Hey, wanna go pick up Lily, then? It's close to the time when she need to get going if she's gonna make the flight. About that. She says she might be held up a bit by her classmates. I suppose that makes sense. Her class usually gets off a little earlier than ours, so Lily would normally have just come to our classroom. Her class must be sending her off. Oh, well, never mind. We can wait outside her classroom for once, right? She gives a small giggle before nodding, the two of us taking our things and leaving for 3-2's classroom. When we reach our destination, we are once again being bewildered by that ugly painting on the end of the hallway. I did stop in idle amusement at the scene inside. One of the shorter girls from the class has Lily wrapped in an enthusiastic hug, her head no higher than Lily's chin. Her other friends, which there are several, are gathered around her as well. Lily simply smiles kindly and hugs her back. I guess Lily must be pretty popular. Compared to Shizune's harsh but fair dictatorship of 3-3, Lily seems more like a mother figure for 3-2, to say nothing of her height and looks. Kenji's poignantly cool demeanor as he packs up his things at his seat in the back corner of the classroom is expected. He's no doubt far from a fan of the fuss being made about Lily's leaving. Looking beside and seeing Hanako follow my gaze, I decide to finally enter the room. Good afternoon, Lily. It's just me and Hanako. Hanako withers noticeably when exposed to the din being made around Lily. Try as she might, I doubt she'll ever completely get over her social anxiety. Hello. Lily manages to work out our position reasonably well, her classmate detaching herself without a second word. A look of slight exasperation is written on Lily's face, though I can't say I blame her. Hello, Hisao, Hanako. Do we have much time before the flight leaves? I give a quick glance at my watch, taking the trip to the airport into account. There's a good 10, maybe 15 minutes left while still allowing her contingencies. Yeah, we still have a few minutes to kill. I wouldn't worry about missing it yet. Is this Hanako? Uh-oh. I think we just inadvertently become entangled in Lily's social web. The girl is probably part of the legally blind faction of the class like Kenji, given her almost window pane-like spectacles. Her short, roughly cut hair gives her a look that fits her excitable expression. Hello, She takes Hanako's hand and pulls it up and down enthusiastically. I really don't get how girls can be so social to someone they only know as a friend of a friend. While Hanako exchanges nervous greetings, I look around the room for my short and overdressed next-door neighbor. Try as I might, he seems to have slipped out of the classroom without anyone noticing. For a moment, I try to think of possible career paths that could reasonably benefit from his single skill before putting my mind into more pertinent matters. Sorry, I can't pronounce words. I suck. uh, Lily seems pleased, if somewhat guarded, about the enthusiasm Hanako is suddenly excited from those around her. She might not see it, but Hanako's much less panic about the affair than I anticipated. Shuffling my way through the gaggle of classmates, I eventually managed to reach her. Don't worry, Hanako's fine. Thank you. I thought she might be overwhelmed by them. Don't worry, we'll be gentle. Both of us grimace in unison. Hanako's nervous grin stays plastered on her face as another couple of girls moves in to meet her. It's kind of amazing that even just a month ago, she had never been able to cope with a situation such as this. Even when I first met her, the two of us completely alone, she sprinted from the library. So, got everything you need? It's all packed. I just have to go by my room to pick it up on the way, and Hanako and I need to change. I guess we better get going, then. Hanako? Hanako heads flicks up towards us in a flash, her face rather unmistakably appreciating the chance to extray herself from the small group gathered around her. Yes, escape. Coming! Yeah, she needs to get the hell out of there. Yeah. The long taxi ride to the airport is surprisingly pleasant, despite the three of us being rather squashed together to fit the small back seat. On the other hand, maybe despite isn't the right word. Lily pays the fare to the driver as we pile out. Hanako's eyes flittering left and right. Thankfully, there aren't too many people around, most of them being inside the main building rather than milling around outside. Isn't it hard to spot Akira and Hideki leaning against the fence while talking to pass the time? A large black travel bag, complete with wheels and travel handle, leans against the fence alongside them. Hideki's the first to notice us, pointing us out to Akira, who gives it an over-enthusiastic wave. Hey, hey! I grab Lily's travel bag for her as we go to meet the two, earning a nod of appreciation. I got all my stuff here. You got yours? Plane ticket as well? Don't worry, I have everything. You? Yep, all ready to go. Now I have the same problems along the way, I might add. The snide remark has his head roughly dragged around by a very firmly clamped on hand. Yeah, I kinda sorta forgot it was in my trousers pocket. Trousers that I put in the wash. Oh no. Don't worry, don't worry. Did you know that you can print out tickets if you order online nowadays? It's really cool. Hideki's pained expression says that this wasn't a solution found quickly. It could have been worse, I guess. We better start off then. Check-in should be ready by now. Yeah, you're right. There is a certain amount of wistfulness in both of their voices. To say nothing of the people left behind. Meeting their family again after all these years would be big for them. Lily? Lily Hanako wraps Lily in a gentle hug to say goodbye, one which was warmly recuperated. Lily and I share a brief hug afterward, each of us saying our goodbyes. Beside us, Akira and Hideki break off from a small hug and a word of two between them. It would probably look nice if not for the almost comical height difference between the two. Lily takes a hold of her sister's arm once all that needs to be said and farewells is said, the two walking past the huge glass doors. Goodbye, Isao, Hanako. See ya, don't do anything stupid, Shorty. We wave at them until they disappear from sight, the throng of people moving about inside. And then, we're alone. Well, that's that. I turn to see Hideki already beginning to walk off. See ya. He throws a hand into the air in a manner I expect of Akira. In the end, it's just Hanako and me that left standing outside. I rest my hand on her shoulder. She absent-mindedly gazes towards the front doors of the building, as if she might catch a glimpse of either of the two before they disappear. Don't worry, the time will pass fast. She hesitates for a moment, but eventually nods. With the scorching heat of the summer sun beating down on us, we make our way to the nearby bus stop. It's strange, really. Just when I begin to see Lily differently, she leaves on what almost feels like a pilgrimage in the past. In a way, though, that's just what I've been doing since coming to Yamaku. As much as I may reflect on everything that's happened to me, I really am hardly unique. Everyone has their own circumstances and separate paths to get where they are now. Yet, I still can't really work out how I should proceed. My life may have practically been reset, and I still can't find anything that satisfactorily fills the hole that I still feel in myself. Maybe Lily's leaving will be a good thing for me, without her to lean on. I'll need to do more for myself. I'll be I'll have to be there for Hanako as well. It feels strange to have so much changing so quickly after my months in that hospital that seems to exist so separately from reality. But that's all the more reason for me to keep focused. I can't let any opportunity slip out of my fingers in my attempt to rebuild my life. It's another cutscene. Yeah, it's another cutscene. Sweet. Or wait. Oh, another Act 3. Sweet. Alright, we're finally at Act 3. Let's keep going here. I rest my chin on my hand as I absent-mindedly look out the window. Yet another of Mato's lectures droning on and on as if it were endless. Whoops. I clicked something that is not this. The summer sky is almost alluring in its bright cerulean splendor. Only the odd passing of cloud breaks up the deep blue expanse. This feeling of longing is probably the outdoor side of me yearning to escape. Nakai, can you answer this? That side of me is lost to the past now, though. In that case, think it would be use the "ain" suffix? Correct. Moving on, the suffix for. As my attention towards Mato slips once again, I spot Misha giving me an enthusiastic thumbs up and nod as if at her to settle her down. It's been a handful of days since Lily left for Scotland, days of which have passed relatively peacefully. Life largely continued as usual, in contrast to what I expected, while thoughts of her may have danced around on the edge of my mind since she left. Present events managed to subdue them, at least for the time being. So I find myself idly chatting with Hanako as usual, when lunchtime finally rolls by. Are the later ones in the series good as well? Oh, that sounds like Lily Chan. Not really. You're probably best off just sticking to the original. His later books didn't live up to it, other than maybe God Emperor. Thanks. I wasn't really sure if. Oh no, not these two. Anything but these two. As Hanako steps to the side, I see Suzune stride up in her typically businesslike manner, flanked by her ever-present bright-haired shadow. Sorry, I had to rub my eyes for a sec. Try as I might, I can't read any hint of their intent from their faces. Shizune's poker face and Misha's seemingly boundless cheerfulness are a devilish combination. Morning, Shizune. Misha? Hi. I insinuate the greeting with a nod to Shizune in order to get the point across. She promptly and curtly returns the gesture to both of us. It's been a long while since I've really talked to either of them. For a while, I thought they might be avoiding me, but I eventually came to the conclusion that Shizune really isn't the type to do so. Morning, she says that Moto wants to see you sometime. Because of this statement, my face contorts as if I just ate spoiled food, giving Misha no hand of amusement. Be anyone think you're in trouble, Chi-chan? You may not be aware of it, but you at least worry about out of anyone in our class. I think I read that wrong, but whatever. What an unexpected vote of confidence. Even Hanako nods hesitantly to affirm their point. Thanks, I'll keep that in mind. That was something I wanted to ask you, though. Hmm? And when that might be, Hichan? I have a feeling this won't go over well, but here goes. Is there any reason why you and Lily don't get along? It seems like even a little civility would help you in both of your duties. Shizune's cold stare after Misha happily signs the word stops me in my tracks. In hindsight, I really could have worded that better. Oh. Hanako, trying to step back from the fire. Out of the corner of my eye, I'm sure I see Hanako move back. Just a little. Thankfully, Shizune notices this and lets her temper dissipate as she forcefully runs her hand through her hair to let off steam. Perfectly on cue, Misha begins interpreting the second Shizune's arm begin to move. I would say that such matters aren't relevant to you, but since you have to be befriended Lily, she does her glasses, evidently to attempting to articulate her point in the best possible manner. While I assume the same of her, I cannot call my own views on the matter unbiased. Suffice to say, we were closer before than we are now. Shizune makes a quick gesture to Misha to stop her from interpreting, then has a quick meeting with her before proceeding. The fact that the two can communicate so easily yet so secretly in front of us is slightly disconcerting. Hanako seems to share my curiosity at the proceedings, looking on with a thinly masked interest as they finish their opaque conversation. Misha looks slightly deflated. I guess her opinion on the matter wasn't followed. Shitan says you should ask Lily about it if she's as she doesn't want to be the one that gets you involved. Oh well, I'll just have to ask her after she gets back. At least I got some information out of Shizune. The two having been close on terms means that they weren't always at each other's throats, or at least not quite to this extent. I understand. Thanks anyway. With a nod and farewell, the two break away and walk out the door, no doubt headed straight toward the student council room. Could have gone worse, I suppose. Hanako lets out a long breath, relieved at the confrontation's resolution. I can't say I blame her. I'll see you later then? Yeah, I'll meet you at the tea room. See ya. And with that, she waves and joins the trickle of students leaving the classroom. Nikai, could I speak with you for a moment? Delivered in his typical monotone manner, he apparently decided that I needed a reminder to see him already. Eventually, I finish packing up my things. By the time I reach his desk, the classroom is close to empty. Yes, sir? He looks up, taking a measure of my face before giving an awkward, rather obviously acted chuckle. No need to feel guilty. You're not in any trouble. I just want to ask you something. I've asked a few of the other students so far. Well, that's something at least. For a moment, I thought my maximum of keeping my head down and pen up if it failed me. So, what do you want to talk about? To start with, what do you think of your progress in this class so far? Good? Bad? I detest that kind of question. For a fair amount of time, I try to think of a response that is neither pathetically humble nor cocky. I say I'm doing okay. The work doesn't seem too hard, and I'm doing better on the test than I thought I would. That's a good answer. A correct one, too. I give a mental sigh of relief at his satisfaction. To say that I don't gain a little pride from his comment would be a blatant lie. And a maelstrom of thoughts clouding my mind after learning that I'd be transferring to Yamaku, my school grade seemed utterly unimportant, being entirely clueless as to what skill level would be assumed of me. Once I actually got here, I was hugely relieved when I found out that I understood well enough the schoolwork we'd been doing. I know your circumstances might have thrown a wrench in the works, but have you given any thought to your future? My future? What would you like to do as a profession? Do you have any thoughts of where you'd like to be in 10, 20 years' time? I wouldn't be surprised if you covered this ground in your previous school, but I don't have any record of it if you have. I suppose the last year of high school is the time when students would need to be thinking about such things. To be honest, I really haven't lent it much thought compared to my immediate situation. Catching on to my thinking, Moto speaks up. It's okay if you haven't decided anything specific yet. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of your classmates were still undecided. After all, maybe pursue one of your talents? He's rather obviously trying to squeeze an answer out of me, and something about his previous wording makes me suspicious. He didn't seem to be intent on asking everybody like this, so he must have some kind of selection criteria. At a guess, our grades are in his class. Well, something in science may be a path of least resistance. His face brightens, no doubt pleased at the thought of the prize student following his subject in as a career path. Oh, good. Having a general idea is the first step. I would advise you to think on it, though. I will. Things are kind of settling down, which will help. Good to hear. Oh, and I've noticed that Aikizawa's attendance and grades have improved since you came to be friends. I like to thank you for that. I'm surprised you noticed we knew each other. He gives a chuckle as awkward as his smile. This guy really has no idea to properly act around others. Every facial movement seems like an act of careful but misdirected choreography. Sorry. You could say that having a general idea of who knows whom is part of a teacher's job. Catching himself before he goes off on a tangent, he loudly coughs into his hand. I'm sure you have things to do, though, so I'll stop there. Please do think about where you're headed from here, as you don't have long to go before you finish high school. I will, thanks. The brief, tan- on, the brief talk ended, and I take my leave, and I'm once again embraced by the fucking pitcher. He goes back to fussing with the teaching and materials on his desk. This is one of the times I'm envious of Lily, almost maddeningly so. To have one's future so clear and so assured, yet working towards it from such a young age. It's an idea so utterly incomprehensible. Sorry if I mispronounced that again. With my own thoughts, mirrored in the present day as just as they've always been. Time passes. Ding dong, ding, doom, 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 doom. Woo! Anyways, again, unfortunately, due to time restraints, we're gonna cut off here. And next time on Let's Play Katawa Shoujo, we are going to what's this? Minor Discord. Ooh, not to be confused with Discord or that other Discord that I know about. But damn, look at that playtime. Jesus Christ, 7 hours. Wow, that's crazy. Anyways, thank you for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.